Let me tell you about bipolar depression. Or just bipolar disorder, period. It don't even matter. Man, you gonna go through ups, downs, ins, outs, and then you'll be alright. Just ride them waves. That's what I say. Just ride the waves. Find your safe space. Find a safe place. Your safe space. And just ride the waves. Period. Do what you gotta do. Now, you don't have to tell everybody about it. But just make sure that, like, you are confident in the fact that it's okay to have something wrong with you. Like, a lot of times we look at mental disabilities as worse than physical disabilities. You know what I mean? And in a lot of cases, they really can be worse. But with physical disabilities, you also develop mental stress and mental issues as well. But I'm saying all this to say this, like, ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody perfect. You can be like the best at everything, but it's always gonna be something that's wrong with you. We are all defected somewhere. And until you realize it, it's gonna be very hard for a lot of people to deal with, and or have mental illnesses and or disabilities or mental like psychosis moments, because sometimes you can have mental distress and it's just a temporary thing. It don't last always, but it can reoccur. But just know it's something wrong with everybody. I feel like it's at least 3 things wrong with everybody. You know what I mean? Like, some people get a pretty face, others don't. Some people get good hair, others don't. Some people, have feet and hands. Everybody don't. You know what I mean? It's something wrong with everybody. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't feel like mental illness is anything that we have to be afraid of addressing. I don't think, but I feel like when a lot of people are dealing with people that have mental illness, I feel like they can still make it worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that deep, you know? Like, it can be at moments, but for the most part, it ain't really that deep. You know what I'm saying? But I do think, like, taking classes on learning how to deal with people, learning how to, I'm not going to say deal with people because I hate using that phrase, deal with people. You know what I mean? I don't believe in dealing with shit, even though I have, but I don't believe in it, right? So I hate to use the phrase dealing with people, right? Because entitlement to control over somebody. So I don't really believe in dealing with people, right? What I believe in, though, is I do believe that you should educate yourself on it. And when the problem or situation occurs, I won't say problem, because a mental illness episode is often triggered by something. So it's a situation. The problem comes later. You fix that once you figure out what the hell triggered them. But when dealing with, like, mental illness, I think it's just something that you need to educate yourself on. You know what I mean? And you can use your own tactics with that particular person, because in my opinion, I feel like every person is different and the same tactics and the same measures don't work on everybody, because everybody was not looked the same. Everybody wasn't brought up the same. Everybody doesn't think the same. Everybody don't respond and react the same. So it's just good to, like, educate yourself on it and find different people, different, like, instructors, like, find a nurse, you know what I mean? Like, my mother, she's a nurse. She spoke on, like, mental illness before. She knows a little bit about it. Find a specialist, find a therapist, find a psychologist, get different points of views on it. You know what I mean? Also, like, even like in schools, they have the behavior specialists. They have intel on it as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think just educating yourself on it and learning how different people deal with it differently, not deal with it, but handle these situations differently may help you, because, like I said, everybody's not the same. It also can help you in time periods where you learn how to de-escalate certain situations, that occur if you might so happen to be at the wrong place, wrong time type situations,